Hi everyone, and welcome to another video of Terraform. My name is Tia from DevOps Easy Learning, and today we'll be going through Terraform format, right? We'll see how we can use format in Terraform to kind of name a resource. If you click on this little icon here, it is going to take me to my GitHub repository where I have some examples here that I will be using. And I'll also make sure that I put the link of this GitHub repository in the description of this video, so that if you want to go ahead and check out the code and follow exactly what I will be doing here, you are more than welcome to do so. This is a public repository and you can go ahead and clone it. You can also even fork it if you want. Now, I don't want to deal with my code here through GitHub console. I will go ahead and kind of copy this path. And so far, I've cloned this repository already, and I have it here local. Let me kind of navigate to the root of this repository. It is in code, and that repository is called Terraform course there. And this one is the root of the repository. And I'm going to cd in this specific path, and I'll go ahead and open use code here, code to open VS Code in this specific location. And those are just 4 examples. Let me click on the first example here and we'll see what is going on here. Let's say right here, I basically have my Terraform block, and here I have the provider block, and here I basically set up a variable, which is just a map, right? This variable is a tag and it's a map of any. And I kind of have some default value here where we have the ID, the owner, the team, the environment, the project created by, and the cloud provider. And I kind of want to extract some elements here in the tag here, right, to name my resource. Like, let's say we have one organization, and that organization have multiple team, right? And they have decided to kind of have that the team should have an ID. And also, when we create a resource in AWS, if it's belong to that team, we must make sure that we append the ID of the team of each resource that they create, that they are going to create in AWS, right? How are we going to achieve that? That means we have a specific naming convention that we want to use in AWS, and we also want to use a specific tag to name all our resources, right? Here, I'm just using something here called data parameter here to kind of get my account ID here, and this one here is going to get a region where we are deploying. And when we say format, let's say I want to kind of have the first bucket name. And if I'm using format in Terraform, what am I going to do? And I want to get some element here in the tag to go ahead and name my bucket. As you guys can see, I have here %0. When you use format, you can use %0 to access element in the map that you define. Now, the %s, I mean, not %0, but %s. The %s means what? This first element. I want to get this first element. This first element, it is var.tag.environment. When I say var.tag and .environment, it is going to take the development environment, for instance, which means if I want to create this bucket should be development -s3 that -s3 bucket tester, right? If I want to pick another element again within the map, I will have another %s. For instance, you can switch this thing around. You can either use, if you put %s here and you say tester and development S3 bucket, that is still fine. But 1% s should equal to 1 argument. Look here, with 1 argument, with 2 argument, for instance, if you use 2% s, you should be using also 2 value here. It is required, otherwise Terraform is going to fail. And this %s is equal to this, and this second %s, this second %s, it is equal to this, which means the bucket name should be tester hyphen first %s is what var.environment. This one will be development, and here S3 bucket, and the last one here we are using the data underscore AWS region and current. That means it's going to take the region where we are going to deploy and append it here. That means final, the bucket will be tester hyphen development hyphen S3 bucket hyphen US is 1, right? Same thing apply here. If you say %s, you need 2 arguments. And if you say %s, that means here the bucket name will be the first %s is development, the second %s it is the region, and we can append this value. If you move to the third one, the third one here, we are using 3 arguments. You can see that we have 3%s. With 3%s, we also need 3 elements from the list, or 3 elements that is required. That means the bucket name here so far will be the first %s, it is development, S3 bucket tester. The second %s, it will be the region, and the last one now will be our account number, because this is going to get the account ID and append it to this bucket. And the last one here, we are using 4 arguments. That means we'll have 4%s. 4%s. The first %s is what? The first %s is the var.tag.id. Let's say we want to use this ID. That means we'll have 2560, and the second %s is going to be the var.tag.environment development. Another one is data.aws underscore region. That means this will be US is 1, and this will be my account ID and var.tag. And you can switch stuff around here as you wish. Let me go ahead and deploy this resource here, and we'll check that and see how it looks like in AWS. That means I'm going to argument 4. I'm going to kind of use my CLI here and cd into 4, and ls, I'm going to type Terraform init here to initialize this, and we'll go ahead and type Terraform plan and Terraform apply. It's taking a little bit. Okay, let me now go ahead and type Terraform apply. To apply, we'll go ahead and run the plan first, and we're going to see how the bucket name will look like. If you scroll all the way up, this is basically the tag define, and check this out. See the bucket name, the ID, the account. This one is the second one. Let us check the first example. The first example, as you guys can see, this is the ID, this is the environment, this is the region. The region US is 1. This is my account ID, and if somebody is doubting, I can confirm that is my account ID. I am here in AWS. This is my account ID 7882. If you check here 7882, and you can read the rest, and here S3 bucket tester, right? With this, your bucket name is going to be unique, right? Unique. And when I check this, I know that this belongs to a team with the ID called 2526. Also, this here, it is a development bucket. This bucket was deployed in US is 1, and that is the account ID. And what is the bucket name? The bucket name, it is what? S3 bucket, maybe for tester. Anything that we want to do, it can be IT factory bucket, it can be maybe a backup, Jenkins backup bucket, and so on. Let me now go ahead and fire this so that we'll see that in AWS. I'm going to tab yes here, and I'll hook over to AWS. We will have 2 buckets created. If you click on buckets and refresh, as you guys can see here, I have the first bucket, and I have the second bucket. I just switch stuff here around, right? And this is really great, right? You can see the naming convention here, and with this naming convention, I will make sure that my bucket name is unique in the entire AWS, right? It is unique, and that is format. Let me go ahead and make sure that I shut down this Terraform destroy, so that AWS will not charge me if I just create a bucket and it's just out there, but I don't put anything in, right? But please always make sure that when you create something, you destroy it at the end, right? You do the cleanup, because you never know. You might boot up an instance and you don't clean it up, AWS go ahead and charge you. That's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, please let me know in the comment below. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so, right? So that when we publish a new video, you will be notified. Please also follow us on social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.